Hi everyone, my name's Charlie and I'm really good at PIP. I really don't feel good right now, but I need to get this out. Yeah, for those of you that don't know me, I've helped well over 100 people win PIP of all levels. I'm chronically ill myself. I just need to get on with it. This is going to scare you. It's going to scare you because it's scaring me. I'm going to try and keep it together because if I cry, the arthritis in my jaw joints and my ribs really flares up. But I'm upset and I've just spent all day. So I've just spent from 9:30 this morning. It's now 8 p.m. at night. I've taken so much pain meds and um sorry, tramadol and it was just paracetamol to try and keep going because I'm working with codename under caution. Everything we fear about Pip, hang on, we've just got to get a grip. Everything we fear about Pip, this woman has experienced. And you know what? She doesn't deserve it. Let me just try and put you down. Okay. I'm currently in Hastings. For those of you that don't read the newsletter, I'm in Hastings doing training with Ollie. We're frantically trying to get her submission done, but trying not rush it because, right, in a minute, right. I've made some notes. She's given me permission to talk to you about this. I'm not going to go into specifics because this is a tribunal that is like is right now. Okay, calm down. And I haven't got the energy to edit because I'm so behind. But when you understand what's happening, you're going to agree with me that she needs help, and no one would help her. No one would help her. How I don't understand how it is when someone's truly chronically ill and people won't help. And I've never experienced what we're doing. Right. She sent me an email from the YouTube channel, codename YOLO, who looks after the inbox for the email, and went, "You need to know about this." And she explained that someone, she thinks she knows who this individual was, contacted DWP and made allegations that she is not disabled. They then investigated her. They checked. I'm sorry, this is garbled and everything. We're going to try and get this out. They then investigated her. They checked her social media, everything. They spoke to her employers, and you know what's really bad is I'm just trying to be careful that I don't say anything like I don't want DWP to figure out who it is. Um, they One of her employers. I'm just going to be blunt. Totally fucked her over. Totally. If I said to you what her job role was, and I told you what that employer said, with the knowledge that you've got, you'd be like, Charlie, that's not right. Okay, I'm starting to get angry. Stopping the tears. That's good, right? It's absolutely inaccurate. Like, not mildly inaccurate. I mean, totally fucking wrong. But even though I know that, and I guarantee you know that, the investigation team took it as this is the truth. I'm sorry, my jaw joints are wrecking. Because I've been getting grumpy, I've been getting angry when we've been working on the pack. My jaw pain is like, anyway, right. No one would help her. Uh, like, uh, so she was stuck with emailing a YouTuber to hope that they respond. That is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. Um, okay. this is the other thing, right? So, and I will go into, I'm just going to go through the notes that I've made and hopefully I'll cover it all, okay? It's the challenge we've had is, well, I can see a reflection in my glasses, but the notes have not got any names on them. Check I've got nothing. Right. The challenge we've had is because one of the main challenges is the boss said something, so DWP have gone, well, this is fact, even though I guarantee it's you would know it's not. And then on social media, like if you've got a photo of you doing something, most of us do not look sick. I do not look sick. If someone takes a photo of me walking first thing in the morning with my dog, I do not look sick. A picture speaks 1,000 words, doesn't it? How difficult is it to then counter that image? Because when we're fucked up, we don't take those photos. So one learning from this is they will check, if you're being investigated, they will check your social media. They will. Okay. So be warned. Right. I've got some post-it notes. Right. This is interesting. So you don't get to see, if someone makes allegations against you, you don't get to see it. They won't show it to you. So I didn't know that. I've never worked with someone that's been under caution before. So this is a whole new experience for me. So what happened was they sent her a letter saying that she needs to come in for an interview under caution at the job centre. In that letter, they said that you can have legal representation or an appropriate adult. But the only appropriate adult is like if you're under 18 or if you need someone to help you understand, like if someone was autistic. Which means you don't get to take anyone with you. Because she contacted lawyers, solicitors, and none of them would help her because she hadn't been charged. So I was like, so they've set it up so that you can't take anyone in with you. She was under caution, like fully under caution. So basically you're on your own. And then, so what they did is through the, sorry, one of my post-it notes is stuff that we've got to, oh no, right. So this was, okay, so this is the, oh no, actually, this is the timeline that I was going to say to you, but I don't want to share this timeline because I don't want it to link back to her. So hang on, so, uh, 3 months. They were very quick on this. We don't know when they got the allegation, but the point that they contacted her employers to the point of sending her the letter, interviewing her under caution. And when they did the under caution interview at the job centre, there was 2 people present, a fraud investigator and someone from DWP, right? So, well, I think both were DWP. So 3 months. And the reason we've got that timeline is the statements from the employers, right? So the allegations were before. So let's say 4 months. It took them 4 months to do the investigation. And then, so after she did the interview, she got a letter very quickly. And so I and she thought that, say, for example, they say that you aren't disabled. What they've done is they've said, because I thought it's like fraud, you could go to prison, but they've not worded it like that. They've done it as overpaid, been overpaid. So this has created more issues for her because, like, she's not like under caution or whatever the expression is. So when she's approached lawyers, and I've linked with her because there's a guy that I spoke to that I thought was amazing. He's gone, well, we can't represent you because it's money's owed. So they can't help her. And then I gave her the contact of a disability specialist solicitor, and it doesn't fit into their bracket either. So I'm like, what the fuck? There isn't, I had, like, I just, there's so little help out there, and I'm so annoyed. Right. You go back to my post-it notes. So, get this, right? Get this. This is gonna. I've been umming and ahhing about this video because I don't want to fuel the fear. I don't want to fuel our fear. And any clients that I have that suffer from anxiety, you seem to spend a lot of time on social media looking at horror stories. I didn't want to be a part of that. This is all fact-based. So when you're watching this, I just want you to be aware. That's what codename Under Caution wants. She wants you to be aware so no one has to experience the hell she is going through. And I'm talking get the fucking diazepam hell. That's me putting it mildly what she's going through. I don't think like, but it's scaring me because I'm like, how would I manage in this situation? I don't think I mean, don't get me wrong, she's struggling. I don't think I would be able to cope as well as she is. She's doing amazingly well. Right. So get this. One of the things she explained that she wasn't able to drive because she had a manual. So when she got her PIP, she got enhanced in mobility and she signed that she wanted the car. So the money from DWP doesn't go to her bank, it goes to the mobility scheme. This is going to blow your mind. They turned around in the allegations and they said, you did not inform us that you're now driving. And she's like, well, you're paying for the mobility scheme. Now, you do not, I repeat, you do not have to inform them of this. It's not on their, hang a minute, let me just open this thing. Well, I need to show you this, otherwise, I don't want everyone to panic. So we only listen to the government site, right? We don't listen to report change circumstances, right? We're not listening to any of the chit chat and stuff like that. Government website only. Okay, right. I don't want any of you to panic and contact PIP after you watch this video, okay? Unless you fit into these criteria. So we're going to come back to this first bullet point. You more or less help with daily living and mobility tasks. So this is the list of what you should update them on. That your condition's going to last longer, that you're terminally ill, going to hospital, school, foster care, imprisoned, going abroad for more than 4 weeks. I'm going to come back to that one. Immigration status, I don't know, overseas stuff, right? And then a change of bank details. Okay, fine. Right. So nowhere in the government's rules does it say if you start driving. Now, this bit here will more or less help with daily living and mobility tasks. Let me come back to you. So this is something that they have targeted her on. That they're saying that, well, she didn't tell them about the car. You don't have to. On social media, they picked the photos where she went on holiday. Please remember, PIP is not means tested, and we're supposed to live our lives. This is supposed to be for our independence. So they selected photos from when she'd been overseas, which you are allowed to do, okay? Unless you go for more than 4 weeks, you need to inform them. So on one of the occasions, what she did was she changed her profile picture. So you went away again. No, I just changed my profile picture. What the fuck? So she didn't have to tell them about going away. That's fine. The changes in her condition, right? So this is my point. If you're watching my channel, if this is the first time you've met me, and you're claiming for PIP or you're on PIP, you need to watch my guides. You need to understand where you score. You need to understand the points. You need to understand where you score. You must be self-aware, and you need to learn to communicate correctly. Right? Critical. I go on about it all the time. So as I've gone through this with her, and we've spent a lot of time together, I did my normal PIP assessment on her, which I do if someone books me my do it for you service to do a claim. I go through everything, figure it out with them. So they've gone back a number of years. and they're saying that they believed her here. Actually, here it's now all lies. So she owes all of the money from this point, and they took her car, right? Um, I've gone through the assessment with her, and I've been like, I go through reality, and then I go through being really tight and what they should give her, which I've got the experience. I've got the experience. Over 100 people winning. I've got the experience. And that I don't include it if I just help someone with one thing. I don't count that as a win. So if you counted that, my wins are higher. But I don't just do where I do like form practice sessions. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So her points have varied over the years. Obviously, there are times where we do vary, which is why I say on average. However, if we go back to the point that they're saying that actually she gets nothing to current, she is still in the same category with the total points. So, for example, she was enhanced back then. There's some variances, but she is still enhanced now. So, why the fuck would you update DWP when the outcome is the same? Well, like, so say for example, give you an example, right? Say for example, like me, I'm I used to not be able to get in and out of the bath without assistance. Now I use an aid. That's 1 point difference. Okay. But I scored well over 12 points. Now I am doing a change of circumstances as I've got a video out and there's more coming. But that's an example. So why would you like if we all contacted Pip every time something changed, it could change for a month and then go back again. Like it's just ridiculous. And don't get me wrong, I know that this is caused by people that are lying, are being fraudulent, that are taking the piss. But I am furious at how this has been handled and the evidence that they've used. In my opinion, I I think because of all the pressure from the government and everything, that when they've done this, they're well proud of themselves and they've blocked the facts, which is furious. Right. So all the fears that people have. So I've said about social media, told you about the car. Obviously I've told you about the boss giving the completely wrong information that you would know is wrong, let alone an investigator that's supposed to be professional. So they've gone for the employment thing, which you're allowed to work and get PIP. I was running a multi-million pound contract when I first got PIP. I have since lost my job because I can't. But that's not the point. We're allowed to be employed. Now I'm self-employed. Pets. We know that they always ask about pets. Um, that's been raised as well because of images on social media. We're allowed to have pets. Okay, it's not a problem, but we should be given the opportunity to explain how we manage those pets. I I am scared to say this. I don't want to be negative, but I'm getting sick and tired. I'm getting sick and tired of you suffering because of shit advice. Shit advice. I'm about to name and shame. Now, when I say this, it's individual based. Although they represent an organisation, we know that it's individual based, which is why I'm trying to be so careful about recruiting for my team. So, the citizens' advice, that's where she took advice from before her first assessment. They said, so she checked the website and everything, and they explained that if you're over 50% of your time is impacted by your condition, you're entitled to it. Like, for example, you can't prepare meals over 50% of the week, right? Let me just take a breath. She spoke to them. And do you know what's really bad is I know she's telling the truth because I've had other people tell me this when I've met them further down the line in the claim and I've gone, what the fuck? She was told only tell them about your bad days. What the fuck? I have done videos on this before. Never lie. Never. Like, I always work with my clients and I say to you, do on average. Okay? It is critical that we're just honest. We're just honest. You just have to be honest, but you do need to word it in a way they understand. Now, because she followed the advice, and if, like, I don't know if I get in legal dispute on this, I am confident she will be more than happy to do a statement to clarify this is what happened. And again, I am caveating that is the individual. I understand this was from an individual. It's not in writing from the organisation, but this has been mentioned to me before. Okay, you'd never base this on just your bad days. Never base it just on your bad days. You need to do the average. So, for example, and it's in all my videos, like on average, 5 days a week, I'm unable to get dressed. I stay in my pajamas due to uh, fatigue, pain, lack of motivation, whatever it is. Watch the guides. Because she followed their advice and another organisation, before she spoke to me, she was told on mandatory reconsideration, this wasn't Citizens Advice, this was another organisation. Actually, do you know what? I haven't written down their name, I've got it in my notes, but they said to her on mandatory reconsideration, don't put evidence in, just put you disagree with it. So when she met me, I thought, oh, great, we've got mandatory reconsideration so we can get the bulk of this sorted before tribunal because tribunals are fucking awful and of how much work it is. She listened to them. They're down as the people to go to this other organisation. Oh, yeah, they're really good at PIP. Are you fucking joking me? I was like, so I was so angry and I thought, I don't want to like make her even more stressed than what she is because she's at breaking point, obviously. So it was completely wasted because she didn't put in any additional evidence. She didn't counter anything. So it was really easy. I could see the fucking team at DWP like, ka-ching. Yeah, we've got her. Because we stand by what we said. Of course they're going to stand by what they said because she didn't counter anything. Not her fault. Shit advice. Shit advice. I am fucking growing my team. I'm gonna recruit. I'm gonna recruit mental health nurses. I haven't fucking even written the job description because you should be entitled to speak to a professional, not just someone like me that isn't a medical professional. I want you to be able to speak to a professional, and I want to make sure we've got more appointments available so you don't have to get shit advice from these other fucking people that are then totally impacting your lives. It's so hard living with chronic illness. The last thing we need is shit like this. When you're not being believed, we do everything we can to keep going. We do everything we can. Every client I work with is so stubborn, doesn't want people to know how bad it is. Like, who wants to publicise how much we suffer and what it feels like to be a fucking burden? Then, for those of us that are working, it's like it's used against us. We have to fight that as well. When surely it's a good thing that we're trying so hard to be independent. Because we don't want to be on benefits. This woman has never. I think she claimed benefits for one point because she was too sick to work for like a really short period. And then she's claimed PIP because being chronically ill is expensive and she couldn't drive the manual. She used the funding for what it's entitled for, and now she's being punished. Are you fucking joking me? And if she hadn't had shit advice, then it wouldn't be as bad as this. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't be as bad as this.